I think that's like there's just so many wonderful, beautiful ideas around that, and I think you mentioned about the difficulty in getting to that kind of space, Polly. But I guess if you are listening to yourself on occasion, you will think back to times in the past week where you had a particularly good conversation with someone, or there was some like a particular idea or set of values being shared, where you can just feel an investment from either party, like you're informing each other of things that you need to know. So to
Mm.
me, it's in a sense, it may be the whole. I mean, aside from existential philosophies that have studied the self and other for centuries, but this idea that you can it's to me, I feel it's more along the idea of bartering. So you're exchanging value between the two of us, and to some extent, the money side of it doesn't really matter. And in a sense, the more you ignore it, sometimes the easier it will come. But I think the motive is that to be useful, and as you say, to be of service is really, it's what you want to know about the people that you're relating to and dealing with and enjoying your life with. That
That
mutual exchange of service, becomes a very strong bond, and you can sort of feel. I mean, you can count them among your closest friends, but also among your closer business contacts. I think they're the ones that you remember, and they remember you.
I think that's a really incredibly beautiful way of describing it, and it really situates it well in that everything is an exchange. And I, without any scientific or evidentiary proof, I believe that we always show up in the conversation we need to be in at the right time, whether it's one that at the
Mm.
time we see as positive or not. I feel the same way about books. So people that have said to me, "Oh, your book literally fell off the shelf into my hand," and I thought, "Oh, well, I'll just read it," and then, oh, behold, it was the thing I needed to have at that moment. And we've all had those conversations where we've just, for some reason, we've stepped into a conversation with someone that was exactly what we needed to hear at that time. And
Yeah.
when you think about the financial side of business, and this is something that, again, like I think we can't ignore finance, and it can't be something that we're frightened of, that we run away from. We have to make sure that we have a sufficient market for our product, that it's priced in a way
Sure.
that's sustainable. But the
Hmm.
reality is, I've always seen when people see value in something, they don't focus on the money. There is an absolute moment of true equal exchange, whatever it is. And I always say to people, you find that moment in your business where the person you're talking to puts their hand in their pocket, they cannot wait to get it, and I have to have that now. It's like that sense of like, oh my God, I have to have this. And I feel like that's really what you're saying, is that when it's a really true exchange and you're freely giving, it flows naturally, and there's never a niggle, because absolutely that it's priceless, that it's absolutely the most valuable thing ever. And that's the point we get to, and I think we get there faster when we do it through really working out how we can give the most value to our customers, rather than spending hours poring over every last cent. As long as you have a fairly
Yeah.
good broad base for making sure that you have got enough profit built into your margin to keep you going, the rest comes with service.